It's time for the NBA. Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Curry, Clark Kell on the one side. And our side on the court tonight is Torne-se. Our starting lineup to look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. Okay, first for the Bulls. John Paxson is out there at Jordan. You got Cartwright. He'll be battling near the boards to get the job done, both on offense and defense. Then it's Pippen, and it's Grant in at the 4. And for Los Angeles, Magic Johnson is out there with Byron Scott. You got T-Bucks. They'll be watching him boxing out and maneuvering for the easy distance inside. They'll be counting certainly on his production. Then it's Worthy, and it's Perkins at the 4 spot.
Well, you look at the Lakers' struggles last season, I think it surprised most of us. And some of it was injuries. Part of it was just a lack of production off the bench. Then there was the inconsistency of the coaching and just the number of different people who were on that bench. So, difficult season for the Lakers.
Tip-off goes to the Lakers. And here is Johnson. Makes it off the glass. Johnson's got the opening field goal of the game for Los Angeles. And you look at the struggles of the Lakers bench last season when injury struck. They didn't have the players really to fill that void.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I think for the Lakers, the bold strokes for the star players have been impressive, but it's the fine details of finding undervalued role players. That's where they've been lacking. Once injuries happen, that was thrown into sharp relief. And really, even when healthy, to win a title, you can't just have a great starting five. We know that. You need another 4 or 5 players you can count on to give you quality minutes.
Worthy. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer. And he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty. The way he can blast his way straight through traffic. He's really strong.
And let's not leave out another branding mark of his status as much in the clutch. When a big shot's needed to win a ball game, everybody in the building knows he's going to take it. Doesn't make any difference, though. He still finds a way to knock it down.
Paxson kicks to Pippen. Misses the 3. The Lakers with a quick start to this game. Moments ago, our Doris Burke caught up with Phil Jackson. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, and he didn't outright say that he didn't worry about defense here, but it was all about offense for them this game. He said numbers 1, 2, and 3 on our list are getting good looks, good movement, and hitting shots. That's all there is to it. Let's see if their approach works.
Thanks for filling us in, Doris, and not too surprising that their offensive approach will be a major focus.
Yeah, that's what I would expect, Kevin. I mean, this is a team that really hangs its hat on its offensive execution.
But, guys, that can't be the sole focus. They can't forget to defend.
Kept alive. Scott against Jordan. 7-foot shot, and that's good off the glass that time. Jordan's got his second basket of the night. Lakers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Outside, Scott.
Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
Jordan kicks to Pippen.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Right there.
Scott dishes to Johnson. Passes it to Worthy. Jordan with the block.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
And then Pippen slams it in.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
Now here's Johnson. Back to Perkins. Off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Scott the pass to Worthy. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Worthy's got 5 points so far.
Not a really great start for him as he just isn't shooting the ball that effectively here early on.
Pass to Jordan. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And a nice soft touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle a touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Well, easy points, 3 points for a guy with that kind of strength and agility in the paint. You got to go for every second chance opportunity.
Now here's Jordan. He has 6. Second shot opportunity. Grant, that's good. Grant's got his first basket.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Worthy against Pippen. Worthy no good.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Shoots it up. Here's Pippen. Grant outside. The feed to Jordan. Drains it from beyond the arc. Jordan's got 9 points.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Purdue, he's checked in for Cartwright. King comes in for Horace Grant. Livingston's checked in for Pippen. And Armstrong subbed in for John Paxson. Green kicks to Thompson. Back to Green. No one near him. Misses off the left iron. The drive by Jordan. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
And the Lakers making a change here. Drew's checked in, hitting their first free throw of the contest.
About a year ago, they converted about 78% of their free throws as a team, so pretty solid there.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
Smith dishes to Green. 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. Drew bangs home the trifecta. Drew's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now Armstrong. The dish to Jordan. Unloads from 9, and the jumper is on the mark. Jordan's got 14.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Here's Drew. Poked loose. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. It's stolen by Green. Jumps up. And Thompson throws it down.
You know, as soon as that steal was made, it was over. That was going to be a bucket the whole way.
That's exactly how a turnover cost you.
Chicago with the ball. 6-point game. Armstrong with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. A shot by Jordan, no good. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Bulls lead by 6. And we'll be back shortly for... And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Chicago.
And right from the start, guys, it's apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And he's someone the defense has to keep track of at all times because, you know, even when he doesn't have the ball, he moves so well without it. He's constantly a threat to catch and shoot.
And another thing about his game that's really noticeable is how well he handles defensive pressure when he's getting his shot off. He's a very composed shooter.
Armstrong passes to Hodges, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Livingston, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Here's Drew. He's covered by Armstrong. Just 3 to shoot. Now the fast break. King with the ball. The rebound by Drew. Lakers trail by 11. Back to Smith. They get a hand on it. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Rejected by Drew. Smith outside. Pass to Drew. Doubled by Armstrong. For 3, Smith. Good.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
And the Bulls making a change here. The Bulls leading by 8. Here is Hodges. Dishes it to Williams. He's against Green.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Now the pass to King. For Chicago, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And the first one at the line is good. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Lakers trail by 9. Shoots from the line. The offensive rebound. Gets it to go. Johnson's got his second bucket.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And King backs down. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Great job. Taking right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. And the Lakers with some changes. James Worthy's checked in for Teagle. And it's Scott in for Smith. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Johnson kicks it over to Worthy. Into Green. And stolen by Williams. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Armstrong dishes to Williams. No luck. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Johnson outside. Kicks it to Green. Back to Johnson. Outside, Scott. James Worthy on the wing. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Horace Grant, he's checked in for King. Outside Pippen. Back to Williams. Perkins on him. Outside Pippen. This one for 3. John Paxson, he's checked in for Chicago. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Back to Worthy. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Pippen. From outside the arc. Another shot. Grant the pass to Williams. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Johnson double team. Campbell kicks to Johnson. He passes to Campbell. He feeds it to Scott. Clock at 6. Johnson against Paxson. They get it back. Perkins. Some solid defense from Grant.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
And it's sent back by Campbell. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kevin. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Scott backs down. They need this one. Gets it to go. Scott's got his first 2 points.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Paxson passes to Pippen. Feeds to Williams. Back to Pippen. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Pippen's got 6 points.
You start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game.
Johnson kicks to Scott. Passes it to Campbell. Stolen by Pippen. By himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just a tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Campbell with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Perkins. The rebound by Pippen. Pippen's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yeah, you got that right.
Johnson against Paxson. Here's Perkins. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
For 3, Pippen. Again, the miss by Pippen. From deep 3-point range, no good trying to beat the buzzer. And we finish one half of basketball.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
This is the NBA on to
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we resume a beautiful nighttime view of Los Angeles, and in blue there, our venue, the Staples Center. An exceptional performance from Jordan.
Well, when he gets to the rim, I mean, you know he's going to score. That's just the way it is. And he's been getting there a lot so far today.
And Steve, he's been operating at extremely close range. The D has to do a much better job of protecting the basket the rest of the way.
And that one's good. Jordan's got the first basket of the second half here for Chicago.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Here we go, one-on-one. And he goes in for the dunk.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
That was one of those 3 or 4 plays that you see every night in an NBA game that just leaves you in awe.
James Worthy on the wing. Left side, Scott. Back to Worthy. 5 to shoot. Outside, Scott. Lakers passing it around. Looking to get it going. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Worthy's got 7 points in the game.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
Paxson kicks to Pippen. He dishes it to Jordan. Fades back. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Lakers trail by 17. Timeout called the Lakers.
Yeah, he's seen enough of this interior scoring that his defense is giving up. So the message during this timeout is time to lock things up inside.
You know, sometimes a group can just get spaced out on defense. They're not connected and playing 5 as 1. And usually a timeout can help you refocus and recalibrate that defense.
Here's Scott. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Grant's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Boy, I tell you, the Bulls showed how resilient they could be without Derrick Rose last season. They played competitive basketball, but up against the Western Conference, they just didn't quite have the same punch. Got beat up pretty good out west.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Worthy backing down. Back to Johnson. He kicks to Perkins. Lots of room. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Perkins got his second bucket of the night. And back to the Bulls against the West. Not sure what exactly their shortcomings were, but in the end, Steve, they were only able to win 11 games out of the 30 they played out of conference.
You know, the Bulls were a team that could win games on grit and toughness, but the West was a lot more talented last year than the East. And so some nights Chicago just kind of ran into reality, and they didn't have enough talent to deal with some of those Western teams.
Scott dishes to Worthy. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Johnson, the pass to Scott. Back to Johnson. The feed now to D-Box. Leads him in there. 6 to shoot. And that one's good.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Paxson kicks to Pippen. From outside, off the mark. Lakers trail by 15. Bulls making a switch here. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Pass to Teagle. Pass to Thompson. Johnson outside. All sorts of time. Rebounded by Livingston.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Horace Grant, he's checked in for the Bulls. The dish to Johnson. Good on the short little jump shot. Johnson's got his third bucket of the night. The Bulls leading by 15. Dishes it to Jordan.
They tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Byron Scott, he's checked in for the Lakers. Tries it from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Johnson outside. The pass to Teagle. And that one goes long.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, last season, a lot of folks had the Lakers picked as the super team in the West, a team that would maybe challenge Miami and LeBron, but from the start, it just never was a cohesive group and really had one of the most disappointing seasons in the Lakers' history.
The Bulls making a switch here. Purdue's checked in. Clark, as you said, the Lakers had a lot of lofty expectations put on them, but you never know what's going to happen when a team is put together. And Steve, they just couldn't reach that bar that was set so high for them.
Yeah, the expectations were so high, Kevin, but injury issues cost them all season long. Nash, Howard, Powell, and of course Kobe with the Achilles at the end of the year. And that unit only started 7 games all season together, so they never really were able to develop any chemistry.
I like the but they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw, the defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Johnson with it, now guarded by Paxson. Worthy kicks to Johnson. Back to Worthy. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Grant. It's Pippen with a drive. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Pippen's got 10. Lakers trail by 14. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Makes the lead pass. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Now that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Bulls making a switch here. Cartwright's checked in.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
They double-team Johnson. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gets it to go.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
Armstrong dishes to Jordan. Shot from 12. Rebound the Lakers. Worthy's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Scott. And he banks in the layup. Scott's got 8 points. Here's Armstrong. Off the mark. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. We'll make it to... And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
And they continue to run and gun throughout the game, guys.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Jordan against Scott. Goes up on the wing, and the jumper is good. Scott's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Los Angeles. The Bulls leading by 10. Cartwright the pass to Jordan. Here's King. Worthy defending. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Poked away and taken away by Magic. The finish. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the pipe.
Oh, what a throwdown there. Man.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
Horace Grant, he's checked in for King. Johnson outside. Kicks it to Worthy. Guarded by Pippen. 14 feet away. Hope they get it back. Here's D-Box. The rebound by Cartwright. And Chicago shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Tipped. Worthy against Pippen. Worthy kicks to Johnson. And he lays it straight in.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys. Well, the number one priority for a defense when you face this guy is to keep him getting anywhere from the basket because he's just so strong as a finisher.
And also, Steve, I think he's the definition of a lockdown defender. It doesn't matter what style of player he's up against. He can handle just about anything that's thrown at him.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. Mike Dunleavy had some words for his team over that break. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
He feeds it to Scott. Passes it to Worthy. Into Green. That's good.
They're doing their best to erase the deficit here with some smart passes and some good shooting. I mean, those two things go hand in hand. If you're going to make shots, then the passes have to be on target and on time.
Lakers trail by 9. Johnson inside. He's covered by Armstrong. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders right now.
The Bulls leading by 6. He passes to Jordan. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Well, this is what he does. He's shooting it well. He's scoring a lot of their points, getting them in front.
James Worthy on the wing.
And that 4th foul might force him to scale back the aggression defensively a little bit. He does not want to pick up number 5.
Here's T-Bots. Feeds to Johnson. Gives him the lead pass. And Worthy throws it down.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style.
I like the simplicity.
But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush.
Pippen for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got assist number 5 here tonight. Lakers trail by 9. Scott kicks it over to Worthy. Guarded by Pippen. Now here's Worthy. Shot clock at 6. Johnson attacking. Outside Worthy. Lets it go from deep. And that's collected by Grant. Grant's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's good. And now it's an 11-point Chicago lead.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
And Green slams it in.
Persistence always pays on the offensive glass, guys.
It certainly did there, you're right.
And he didn't mess around with it. Straight back up with the hard slam. I love it.
The shot's good from Jordan.
I don't think you can say enough about the quarter he's having. Every one of his attempts has gone down.
Time running out for the Lakers. Plenty of space. Scott missing again.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
The drive by Jordan. T-Bots with some nice D.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
Scott with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. John Paxson, he's checked in for Armstrong. And here's Los Angeles now. Johnson dishes to Worthy.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
Good on the first, and that brings them to within 10. And both free throws good for Worthy. And here is Jordan. Right side, Jordan. Grant inside. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. And that's how you exploit a gap in the D, I guess, huh?
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major power.
He knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one.
Here's Worthy. And again, no good by the Lakers.
He has not been on his game, and, you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation. An example right there, guys, of how even as their lead grew into a big one, they never coasting.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of this game all the way through.
Johnson. Jordan with the block. They get it back. Gets the bucket.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Grant. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
Pippen against Worthy. Shot from free throw range, and the shot is good.
Boy, if they could have had this kind of run earlier in the game, it might have made a big difference.
You know, I think a big reason behind the run, Steve, is that they're not getting pressured as much by the defense now that the game's all but finished.
And it's Pippen missing. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Nope, this one is sealed and delivered.
Now you just want to forget about this one, move on to the next game, and you got to try to get better at practice. Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
The drive by Jordan, and it's Chicago scoring again.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
That one rolling around and rims out. Here's Johnson. Can't get it to fall. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.